Okay, here's a new log splitter video. I mentioned before that it needed a new clutch. This is the old one, and it was slipping, and somehow it slipped off of the drive shaft and kind of got ruined. It's got some parts missing and stuff. So I'm gonna try it with just a pulley and no clutch. There's a newer model of this log splitter called the K34, and it is basically the same. It's the same flywheels, the same motor, but the motor's mounted down lower, and it runs with no clutch. It just has a double sheave pulley, kind of like this. I ordered the OEM one, and that's back ordered. I also have a clutch ordered too, and that's taken forever to get here. So I'm going to try it with just this generic pulley here. It is a little bit bigger in diameter than the original one, so it's going to make the machine run a little faster. Hopefully that doesn't add too much strain to the engine and the components. I'm going to put this on here and we'll see if it works. Okay, so I have it mounted. The slot on the drive shaft is a little bit banged up, so the key's not in all the way. You can see it doesn't go in far enough to engage that set screw there, but this is good enough for a test. So I'm gonna fire it up and we'll see what happens. Well, it was a little bit harder to start up, and I had to pull start it. I don't think the battery had enough charge to crank. Since there's no clutch, when you have to start it with the flywheels engaged, so there's some extra momentum you got to build up. Other than that, it seemed like it was going okay. When I pulled the lever to move the ram, it didn't seem noticeably faster, but since that is a bigger diameter, it is just a tiny bit faster, but I didn't notice a difference. I did sink that key a little deeper, so you can see now it'll engage with the set screw here. So I'm going to put this back in and then I can get to work. So I ran a little stack of wood through it, about that much, and the only differences I'm noticing without the clutch is that startup is a little harder and it stalls easier. So if you hit some resistance, you have a little less time to back up off this lever to keep the engine going, since there's no slip on the clutch. You have to be a little bit more sensitive as an operator. Either back off right away, or if you know it's going to be a tough piece, give it a bump first, maybe 2 bumps, and then go all the way through it. And even with a couple hits, it's still faster than a lot of hydraulic splitters, so I'm pretty happy with it so far.